This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories.
And welcome to my review of the Bad Batch Season 3 episodes 10 and 11, titled Identity Crisis and Point of No Return. And honestly, if you haven't watched these episodes yet, you need to watch them because these are probably some of the darkest episodes, really, of any Star Wars shows ever. And yeah, honestly, I really loved these episodes. It was super intriguing and reveals a lot. But let's go straight into it. So, starting off with the first episode, this is an interesting episode where no members of the Bad Batch show up at all. Besides the mention of Omega's name, it is fully about the Imperials and the project on Mount Tantus. It is honestly extremely interesting and really well done. Emery is the main character of this episode, and she is revealed what Project Necromancer is, and it is using the blood of Force sensitives to try and find a way to bring it into a cloned host. Here it is revealed for the pretty big information that it is impossible to clone a Force sensitive in their metachlorians, but it is possible to transfer if the clone has the correct type of blood. And it is fully confirmed that Omega really isn't Force sensitive, but her blood can accept midichlorians, and through that they'll be able to give her force powers, which is something that'll probably happen, but the experiments on Tantus are honestly extremely dark. All these children are terrified. They want to return home. And the only good thing that happens in this episode, in terms of things that you kind of consider good from an in-universe perspective, is Emery starts to question everything, and that she does want to be a little more sympathetic towards the children and gives one of them Omega's old doll. And it was a nice moment, and it was also awesome that we have 100% official confirmation outside of stuff like subtitles and stuff that this is Scorch from Delta Squad, because it was in subtitles and stuff before, but his name was never spoken, and here was fully confirmed that this is Scorch. And honestly, when I was watching this episode, I was thinking that there's just really no way they could go this entire episode without naming Scorch, and I was right. We did get his name, and it was really cool to see that. Now, taking a look at just some of the other things that was really awesome, we also have a brief appearance from Cad Bane. I'm not sure if this is his only appearance, but he goes and takes another Force sensitive child from his mother. And honestly, I think the only thing that I even have to complain about this is I feel like Cad Bane would have just killed her. But I think the episode was probably dark enough, and they probably couldn't go that far, because they still want to make it kind of family friendly. Even though I think there was absolutely nothing family friendly about these episodes. So yeah, honestly, this was just an incredible episode, and it just shows so much. It basically confirms that Project Necromancer is the project's going to be used to try and bring Palpatine back, and honestly, that is just really interesting. But yeah, honestly, that was such an incredible episode. And they managed to one up themselves with the next episode being Point of No Return. And this one, I think, brings us to the point that we all expected, where Omega is recaptured by the Empire, as just due to complete overwhelming force. And this is actually a sacrifice that she takes herself, which I really like. she sees how much people are suffering and that both Hunter and Wrecker nearly died in this. So she doesn't want to lose anyone else like they lost Tech. So she sacrificed herself and just tries to get a tracer. And although the one she had in her pocket was destroyed and Crosshairs failed, I feel like the one little thing is that she has a tracker hidden in her hat. It just feels really weird. That's how the episode ends, with her taking her hat off. And I'm assuming there's some kind of tracker in there, one that's probably not active yet, because she knew that they would search her for a tracker and she would logically have one on her. So they would request that from her and she'd give it to them, but has a second tracker hidden in her hat, so the Bad Batch can make it to Tantus and attempt to rescue her. But yeah, honestly, I am so excited for the end of this season because this episode on Pebu was awesome. I really like the start where we have Clone X going on a stealth mission and both infiltrating Fee's ship and stealing her information about Pebu, and then sneaking around Pebu and just causing utter chaos. And I'm honestly surprised, on a side note, that Hasbro didn't reveal recently that they're going to be making the Marauder into a action figure line for the I can't think of the thing's name. It's the thing where you vote on it, or the HasLab, because just like the Razor Crest before it, the Marauder was destroyed in this episode. And I think there was another HasLab project that's supposed to be revealed soon for Star Wars. And honestly, it'd be genuinely hilarious if that was the Marauder, which was just destroyed, and who knows, it maybe even would have been revealed around the same time if they went episode by episode instead of multiple episodes a week sometimes. But yeah, honestly, I think that was just a really devastating moment. And just going through this entire episode, this one was just them being beaten down and being pushed to a point where they're gonna have to do everything to go and save Omega and the other clones. And this show is almost certainly going to end in tragedy because just watching these two episodes, these were probably some of the darkest things from Star Wars. And I think really the only thing that has kind of more dread in it is just the build up to Order 66 in the Clone Wars finale. But here, you could just feel the complete sense of dread and how wrong things are about to go. It was just really incredible. The atmosphere, the music, and everything was completely perfect. And I think that we have a new contender for best episode, being Point of No Return. And while Identity Crisis is a really solid one, it just doesn't have that dark emotional depth that Point of No Return has, which makes it a really accurate title since after they lose Omega here, there is no point of returning to normal where things are about to get insane. And honestly, I really love this. It is such a dark storyline, and this is just really incredible. Some other nice things to mention was there's a cool little cameo from Tarkin in this, and I love how he even is being brought on board to what this project is. Honestly, I feel like this is going to be a big point against Hemlock, where Tarkin's going to be a pretty petty person and try and take him down since he can't reveal it, even though this is Palpatine's personal project. And honestly, I just really can't wait to see where this ends because, as I said, this was a just truly incredible set of episodes. I loved watching it so much, and my only regret right now is that I couldn't get this out earlier because right after I finished, I had to go out and do some stuff. But thankfully, I did get to had the day off today, so I was able to actually watch this on a TV and not on my phone. And it was just so much better to have that experience because it was, as I said, just truly incredible, and I cannot wait to see where they go next. And honestly, I want to know what you think because once again, this is truly incredible. I loved these episodes. Please let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next episode of Legends and Theories.
Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.